Alrighty then, hello everybody, it is I, Felix, and I'm here with some Zero Time Dilemma, which I mistakenly thought was called 999 Zero Time Dilemma. But apparently none of the other games in the series are actually called 999, just the first. That was genuinely a surprise to me. I just always call it 999 whenever I refer to the whole series. Welp. So, if I'm not mistaken, in the previous game we actually found out that the protagonist was in an older version of his own body, and that the older version got transported back in time to do something in the past, hence the Zero Time Dilemma title. So just so that you guys are aware that that's what's happening. Hey Oz, what's up? How you doing? Seriously, how are things going? How are things going? Yeah, so I don't think there's anything else we have to do settings-wise. I did have to fuck around with a lot of the settings in OBS to make this work, because for whatever reason, Zero Time Dilemma is super small on my OBS. Little bit annoying, but doing good, excited for this one. Yeah, I'm glad that you are enjoying the series. It's been a while since I played the last one, so I'm really excited. Coincidence. Wait, coincide? I thought it said coincidence, but coincide? Ooh, the game is a bit loud. Nevada Desert Decom.
Hey, open up!
Oh. Don't think we had voice acting before. This is interesting. 2028.
Who would do this?
Kinda crazy that we're almost to the point in time.
Shit.
Okay.
What's wrong with you?
Weird kid with
Someone's
weird
one-night mistake?
A mistake?
mascot costume.
Maybe Diana's.
This isn't the time for jokes.
Okay, so that's the main character?
Let me guess.
I'm pretty sure.
That helmet can't come off, can it?
Okay, I recognize that
creepy.
voice.
I don't want it near me. Where the hell did this thing come from?
I'm also gonna lower the volume just a bit because this is really loud for me. Really fucking loud. Crazy loud even. But yeah, so there is actually...
Forget it. Shouldn't we be trying to get out of here?
Let's see.
Possible. This is a confinement room.
How do I lower the
The
sound?
bar is only open from the other side.
Nothing to do but ask whoever did this to let us out.
The mastermind's right there.
Don't think that's gonna help.
That kid locked us up.
So he was the one who put these on us?
Why the fuck would it be that kid? And why would he put us in the same freaking cage? That doesn't make any sense.
It
Okay,
wasn't
volume
me.
is okay on stream.
It talks.
Yeah, but it's super loud for me. It usually is when it comes to these type of games. Oh, what's going on? Is this the mastermind? Is this Zero? Wait, was the mastermind called Zero in these games? I don't remember. I think it was.
Life is simple. Don't you think? There are moments when a single snail can make a world.
Okay, the music is way too loud. I have to
Go extinct.
change some
What the hell
settings.
are you going on about?
Who are you?
Not to the game itself right now, but mainly the voices.
Why are
You can
you
barely
doing
hear the
this?
voices over the background music.
Take part in a game
Not great mixing.
Game?
with the fate of you, me, and the human race in the balance.
Fuck that!
Let's get started.
Did he just say fuck that? His mouth didn't move. Alright. There's a crown on either side with red and blue. I wonder if in other routes it's gonna fall on a different
Beneath
side.
my foot, there's a coin. One side of it is red, while the other side is blue. Which side of the coin is facing up? Make a guess. However, you only get one chance.
Do we get something if we get it right?
You seem way too calm.
I promise that I will release all of you.
I wonder
And
if
what
we'll
if
ever
we're
be
wrong?
able to get it right.
You won't lose. You will have to stay in the game until at least 6 of you.
Oh, so there actually have to be some deaths in this.
Let's go with blue.
It's red.
Right, red. It's gotta be red.
I was gonna say red too.
50-50 chance. The odds for each are the same. Then we should vote. Wait! I can't believe you guys.
Kane's right. You just going to do what he says?
What do you think, Carlos? You are the leader of this group.
Why?
I will take your decision as everyone's final answer.
What are you talking about?
I'll let Carlos choose.
I don't give a shit about what
Right.
Carlos wants.
It's blue.
So what do you say, Carlos? No, Carlos!
Why is he suddenly the fucking leader?
Time to choose, Carlos.
I don't want to choose. Go
You are that solitary snail. The fate of the world rests on your...
Apparently I'm Carlos and not the previous protagonist, so that's a surprise. Time to decide. Alright, what do I do? Okay, wait, why is there an X? I don't even have my... Why is there an X? You know what? I'm not gonna question it, but I am gonna do the options real quick. So, BGM all the way fucking down. Effects also down. We'll keep the voices louder. Holy shit, though, that was so fucking loud. Also, should I put it on Japanese? Because it seems like the lip syncing wasn't entirely there for the English translation, which could be a bit annoying if that keeps going. It's a bit distracting for me. Alright, this is slightly better. Alright, what do we have here? Flow. Return to which screen? Okay. Team select. What's going on? No. Oh, okay, so this is for the timey-wimey stuff. Alright. Alright. Status, what does this do? Oh, so we have different teams that we're gonna have to go with. And each team will be a different timeline, I imagine. And if actually, no, not, I didn't want to press that. And if we look at this, then I imagine that we got Team Red, which will be everybody that decided they have red. Then we have Team Green, which will be the one where you decide not to pick a coin. And then you have Team Blue, which will be if you decide to pick blue. Something like that. Alright. Feel free to change to Jap if you want, but I personally stick to English so I don't have to read subtitles, fair enough. Okay, it seems like I can't pick not to pick, so I was gonna originally pick red. So let's do that. Can always just redo things if it doesn't end up working out.
It's red.
Still don't know why they specifically made Carlos the leader. Oh, I was right. Let us out of here, you little shit.
See? Didn't I say it'd be red?
Yeah, whatever.
Well done, Carlos.
Yeah, I'm the best.
Are you some kind of clairvoyant?
It was just luck. I had a 50% chance. It's not too hard to get it right.
Hey, hold on a sec. Okay, sure, you lucked out with your guess. But what if you had gotten it wrong?
Then we would all have died. Well,
Doesn't
6 of
matter.
us would have died.
Everything worked out fine.
So, are you going to make good on our deal?
Fear not. I'm a fair person. I promised to release you, and I shall.
Alright.
But before that, I apologize.
Would be funny if the game just ends here if you got the choice
Sleep.
right.
When next you win, you will have forgotten everything that just happened here.
Wait, what?
Why would we forget?
I wonder. Pleasant dreams.
I wonder what kind of mind-fucking theory they're gonna have in this game. In the previous one, it was something with fields and psychics. Well, in the second one, it was something with timelines and a bunch of other stuff. Where,
know.
with this one, I have no clue.
You're...
Payoff. Yeah, apparently. Well, guys, that was 999. I hope you enjoyed. Short game, but fun. There's a couple of people right there in the desert.
Hold on. Why are we outside?
I have no clue.
When I woke up, we were on the ground over there.
Huh?
What is it?
Didn't we all have something attached
Right, so
to
did
our
we
left
actually
wrists?
just get left?
I
Like,
suppose we might.
we're free?
Coin.
Huh?
Nothing. Just saw an image of a coin flash in my mind. It was flipped and falling.
Come to think of it. Damn, I can't remember anything.
Me neither.
Neither can I.
Maybe we should
Somehow
focus on the fact that
feels
we're
like-
in a desert without any resources
Like,
before we focus on the coin.
Bet with someone, but
Someone?
What kind of bet?
Did we all forget what happened?
Hey, could I ask all of you something? Who is this kid?
Yeah, what's going on there? This kid must be someone we would know, otherwise what's the point of hiding their face? Who from the previous games could this be? If I'm not mistaken, wait, what? Are you serious? Holy shit, okay, apparently I got my first ending. What the fuck? I did not think they would actually just end it here. I was joking. Alright, well. Only one game in this previous game. Yeah, well, there was one kid in the previous game, but that kid was from the future, so that kid wouldn't have been born for at least 50 or so years. Maybe it was the old man. Maybe it was the old man from that previous game. That would be interesting. But yeah, so funny. I imagine that we can actually pick the red coin. Oh, Matt Mercer was in this? That's crazy. But yeah, I imagine that we can later on pick the red coin route and actually get a proper route when we know more. I don't actually remember. If I'm not mistaken, the second game was in the future, and it was in the future where a majority of people would have died from the time of the people, if that makes sense. Something akin to 50 years, where most people that the participants would have known are probably dead, but not all of them. Some of the people they would have known were just old people. Well, actually, no, wait. The main character, or the main character from the second game, he was an old man, but he was about in his 20s when this game starts. So, yeah, no, that makes sense. It would have been about 50 years, so yeah, it could make sense that the old man from the previous game would have been that kid. But yeah, it's kind of funny that within 15 minutes we have our first ending. I can't really speed this up. Alright, got the trophy there. CQD ending. Alright, well, this time we're picking blue. Save data, yep. Oh, fuck. It's kind of crazy. We literally already got the first ending there. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other endings. Alright. Less endings than there were in the second game. But I'm not actually against that. Mainly because in the second game, a lot of those endings were clearly not ones that added much to the main story. They were the endings that you got when you picked the wrong answer between trusting and not trusting the other participants, and it all just felt kind of flat to me, so I'm glad that they lessened the endings a little bit. Alright, back. So now it's time to choose whose fate you will follow first. Select a team to continue the story. Alright. Okay, interesting. I wonder what would have happened if I picked blue. I'm a little curious now. So we have two teams to pick. We have Carlos, who was set up to be the main leader of this whole participation game. Then we got the weird kid. And then we got the girl. I don't know how else to describe her. But yeah, it seems that the first letter of the teams is the first letter of the names of the leaders. So we have C team for Carlos, Q, I don't know. I don't remember anybody with a Q in their name. Let's first go to the flowchart though. I'm a little curious. Huh. Number cleared, coincidence. Can I go there again just to do the blue coin? No? Let me... Okay. Oh yeah, see, there's another route too. Oh, yeah, no. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So, basically, what we can do here is either click red and blue, and then red will go down a whole different path, which we'll follow right now, because I'm a little curious. Can I pick it? Allow me to go in, damn it. Can I jump in just at the decision? Yes. Good. So what I'm planning to do is that I'll...
Time to choose, Carlos. You are that solitary snail.
Yep.
The fate of the world.
Yeah, alright. So yeah, so what I'm planning to do is do cutscenes until we get to a puzzle, then solve the puzzle, and then I'll end the stream if it's been around 2-ish hours, basically. That's my plan for this game, because I do know that in the previous game, it lasted, one puzzle and cutscenes lasted about 3-ish hours, so we should be fine for the most part. Okay, so it's red now. Still.
That's why I told you red.
Carlos, you asshole! You got it wrong!
Yeah, go fuck yourself, buddy.
Carlos.
What were you thinking?
Hey, wait a second. Carlos isn't the one to be blamed for all this.
Right. The person who started it is...
So, what now?
I wonder if this just takes us through the regular Carlos route.
You were wrong, so the game continues.
Until 6 people are dead, huh?
At least 6. It's possible there may be more than that.
I'm betting the kid's gonna
Why
die.
don't we hurry and get this over with then?
Before you begin, I'm going to need all of you to go to sleep.
Sleep?
When next you wake, you will have forgotten everything that just happened here.
Forget? But why?
There's no point to telling you now. You won't remember anything in a moment. Pleasant dreams.
If this is actually the normal Carlos route, that would be interesting, because they did give you a choice which character to follow, which team to follow in the beginning. I'm sort of hoping that this will take us to a different chain, but I don't think so. We might just get the choice of who to follow afterwards anyway. Yeah, okay. It's Rabbit, the villain. Oh, I hope that that AI Rabbit doesn't show up again. That was really annoying. Holy shit, did she just try to use a chainsaw? And is that a dog? Alright, we also have some shock collars here, which isn't good. Ooh, there's gonna be some time puzzles, ain't there? Ugh, I hate time puzzles. I'm not good with time pressure. It's just not something I like. It does make sense with the whole zero time dilemma. It's in the name. Yeah, the only one that makes animal team puns is me around this channel. And some chatters when they try to annoy me.
Carlos!
Akane.
Why does Carlos know half the people here?
Bastard! What the hell's going on?
Wait, what?
You brought all of us here!
No! It's not me!
Then what the fuck is that stupid thing on your head?
Let it go, Eric. No need to take it all out on the kid.
Mira!
I wonder what this is.
Give it up, Diana. It's better that you don't force it off.
Why do you say that?
You should listen to her. I
Interesting.
get the feeling she's seen it before.
Bracelet?
That's what it was called a year ago. Right, Akane?
Junpei.
Oh! Oh shit, that's Junpei Nakane?
How are you feeling?
Okay.
Who's this?
I am Zero. The second Zero.
The second?
Let me make one thing clear. This is a recording. So don't bother asking questions as I cannot answer them. I'd like to tell you an old story. 17 years ago, on a rainy morning, a woman went jogging in a large park. Her usual route led her to a fork in the road. Normally she'd run down the right path, but for some reason, this day, she chose the left. Along the way, she bumped into a senior citizen she saw every day. Surprised to see her, they asked, "Why did you come this way today?" This was her reply. Because there was a snail. Her body was discovered a few hours later.
Huh?
Murdered. They found her in some bushes along the left path. Sometimes, life is simply unfair. Don't you think?
What the hell is all this nonsense?
It's the same for all of you. The pull of an unjust fate carried you along to this moment. Only to find yourselves in this bomb shelter 50 meters below ground.
Wait, what?
As you can see, this place is
Ah,
divided into
interesting.
3 sections. Carlos, Akane, and Junpei, you 3 are in Ward C. You will henceforth be referred to as C-Team. You'll
Junpei
lead
has a
Akane
really
Carlos.
different vibe from the previous game.
Next is Q, Mira, and Eric. You are located in Ward Q. Your name will be Q-Team. As evidenced by the name, the leader is Q.
Interesting.
Hey, wait!
Is this a joke?
And finally, Diana, Phi, and Sigma. Ward D is where the 3 of you are. Diana is the leader. That makes you the D-Team.
Ha!
You may wander as you like, as long as you remain within your respective wards. There is a time limit, however. 90 minutes.
Wait, what?
Once 90 minutes are up, an injector in your bracelet will activate.
That's not a lot of time.
An anesthetic and an agent to erase your memories will be administered.
Memory erasing drugs?
As a result, you'll all fall into a deep, uninterrupted sleep. But you will also forget everything that occurred in those past 90 minutes.
Does that mean we've done this before?
The bracelet has an additional function. A watch. Pressing the buttons on each side simultaneously will display the time.
12:10.
Today is December 31st, New Year's Eve. The year turns over in less than half a day. Unfortunately, very few of you will find yourselves able to welcome a new 2029. Take a look at the door. It's clearly marked with an X. Beyond this X door is a hallway with an elevator. Riding the elevator up will take you above ground. There's no other way out.
Alright.
The door is easy enough to open. Simply obtain the X-passes and enter them into the input device beside it. 6 X-passes are needed for it to unlock. 1 X-pass will be announced every time someone dies.
Oh. That's not good. Seriously though, why does Junpei have such a different vibe from the previous game?
If 6 of you die, the rest will gain all of the passwords and will be able to open the X door.
This is bullshit.
One caveat. The door remains open for only 30 seconds. Once that passes, it will automatically close and never open again.
Didn't Junpei have a different fight between game 1 and 2 as well?
Well,
Junpei wasn't in the second
With this
game.
information, surely some of you at this point are thinking, how can I kill 6 people?
What? No one would.
I'll give you one opportunity. By majority vote, determine one team to execute.
What?
Do you see the computer in the corner of the room? The team names of your newfound enemies will be displayed on that monitor. Choose the team you've decided to eliminate. Each team gets 1 vote. The leader must submit it for the group. Your deadline is 13:30. Any team that hasn't voted before the time limit is up shall be penalized 2 votes.
Wait, what was the name of the old man in the second game? Sigma.
Every member of that team.
I'll explain the situation to you after the cutscene. Look at their faces.
Let us begin. This is the decision game, a game of fate. The lives of you, me, and the human race hang in the balance.
Wait, was that... Wait, hold up. Was the... Was the cop... Was the old man cop actually Junpei? I don't remember if that was actually Junpei. Not entirely sure. Well, we have to pick a team. I'm tempted to go with Carlos because clearly they intend... I feel like they intended us to see Carlos's story first, but it's Q that is the only one that doesn't have any of previous main characters from previous games, so I'm a little curious to see what that's about. So what do you think? Should I go with C or Q? I want to leave D for later because seems like that is the last one. My instincts are telling me to go with Team C, so yeah, let's just do that. But yeah, so how it works is that, if I'm not mistaken, in the second game, Sigma's older version switched the minds of his younger version with himself so that he could participate in this game because, for whatever reason, it's there to save the world. You'll keep Q for last. I was planning to go in order, going C, Q, and then D. I feel like that's the order that the game wants you to go in, from what I'm seeing. You know, because C, because they start you off with it being on C, and then you would go from from left to right. Alright, well, let's go with Carlos first. Each image you see here is a story fragment. Only one is available to you now, but more will unlock as the story unfolds. Select any unlocked fragments to continue the story. Thanks. When you find you are unsure how to control something in the game, click in the top right to open the control guide. You can also, yeah, thank you. Alright, so it seems that we only have one new fragment that we can use. I don't think we're going to be able to complete any one team's full story in one go and then go to the next team. What I think will happen is that at some point we'll get to a dead end and then we'll be able to just easily switch to D, C, and so on. For now, we'll start with Carlos and go from there. I am a bit curious to see why Junpei is such an edgy boy right now. Yeah, see, limited. We have limited things going on. Hold up a second. I am a little curious. Because the flowchart, okay, so we basically have the same amount of, what would you call it, stuff going on. Routes, equally long rounds for all participants. It isn't like one of them protrudes to way farther than the other. That's good to know. This is interesting, though. Alright, I'm imagining that we'll have one puzzle to go and then some story stuff. I'm not really sure how long the puzzle will last. If I'm really bad at it, it might last 2 hours or so. Execution C. Alright. It's been a while since I did any puzzle games, so it might take me a bit to actually get into the swing of things. Decontamination room. Control room. Power room. Interesting. Infirmary. Pantry. At least we have some food.
So this is the last room.
Yes. We've checked everywhere we could.
Map of Ward C.
It's
Stored
just
in file.
as Zero said, huh? There's no way to get out, except by opening the X door.
I don't think I remember Junpei
50
having
minutes
whitish
left
hair.
until the vote deadline.
Wait, what?
Don't tell me you want to vote.
How can we not? If we refuse, C-Team gets 2 votes automatically. We'll die.
But
Hey, do you think this could be part of the experiment? DCOM's whole psychological test.
Nope.
What? Why?
That masked guy called himself Zero. I have no clue why he's here, but he's for real.
So that means he's actually willing to kill off a whole team?
Yeah.
Junpei, also the
But
kid
how?
he kept protecting was called
He said
Quark
that there's
Q.
an anesthetic in our
Though I
bracelets,
feel
right?
like that'd be too
So if he's
obvious.
sleeping,
Yeah,
and
doesn't
then
that also
bam,
like that doesn't
then
make any sense.
maybe
Quark was
there's a
born
bunch
in the
of different
future.
ways.
He shouldn't be alive yet.
if only there was a way to contact someone on the other teams.
Why would you need to reach them? What, you're planning on begging them not to vote C-Team or something?
Well, no, but I thought, why not spread out the votes?
What do you mean?
Remember what Zero said? The group with 2 or more votes will lose.
I get it. Maybe C-Team could vote for D-Team, D-Team for Q-Team, and Q-Team for C-Team. Then all the teams would have 1 vote each.
And that'd make it a 3-way tie. And no one would have to die?
How do we make sure they know to do it? Hey! Mira! Eric! Diana!
Phi! Sigma! Can you hear us?
It's not working.
Damn it!
Hey, Akane, why don't you try using the morphogenetic field?
Okay, so we're talking
Huh?
about that now.
Morphogenetic field?
Let the game end where I treat 2. What's this supposed to mean?
Oh.
The game will end, and something about 2 people? I guess the tough part is figuring out treat. If it's like trick or treat, then maybe it means there's a reward or a gift or something.
But it could also mean treatment, which would imply being cared for.
Either way, it doesn't make sense.
Hey, anyone know what this thing could be?
A box?
What's inside of it?
Maybe some kind of white smoke.
Force quit box.
Tamate Bako?
You've heard of it, Carlos?
Urashima Taro, right? Japanese folklore. Something about jumping through time, I think.
This label says Force Quit Box.
What's that?
Looks like there's a keyboard.
There's probably a password that goes there.
Then something ends if you punch it in?
But what, though?
Maybe the game Zero's making us play.
Wait. You really think Zero'd put something that easy here?
It seems like it wouldn't even have to be a box for that.
Didn't think it'd work.
Just pressing random buttons isn't going to solve anything.
Alright, so what I'm guessing is that to get the true ending, we'll need to press the right password into all the boxes from all the
So,
participants to end
What
the game.
now?
What can we do?
Maybe we should just get this voting business over with.
Junpei,
No, we still have some time.
Come on, man. You're supposed to be the leader here.
How the hell did we get into this mess anyway? Do you guys have any ideas?
Well, to ask, who is Zero? What is Zero's purpose? What's your relationship? I already know what their relationship is, but it seems a bit colder than it was at the end of 999, so I'm a little bit curious. Also, a lot more story stuff than I expected. I genuinely thought we were gonna step right into the puzzle. Not that I'm complaining. Need to fill that 2 hours somehow. Let's just go in order. Who is Zero?
Who is Zero?
To be accurate, you should probably ask, who is the second Zero instead?
Yeah, because Akane
And
was
that
the
means
first.
there has to have been a first one, right?
Yeah, there is.
You know him?
No,
sorta.
her. But yes.
I brought it up earlier. A bracelet a lot like this one has been strapped to my wrist before. It happened last year. Akane and I were trapped somewhere.
So it was a year
The person
ago.
responsible back then was named Zero.
But I don't think that one has anything to do
Yeah,
with
because
this one.
it's you.
It's gotta be connected.
Just, please, believe me.
She's right.
I feel like I should be asking more questions here. This seems like one of those things you shouldn't be letting go. Also, time travel is technically possible in this universe, but not via whole body. It was mind time travel, as in the mind was able to switch around. So basically, Sigma could travel forward in time and backwards in time because they were able to go to their previous body. If that makes sense. The emoji old man in game 2 wasn't Junpei. Ah, I knew it. I thought so. But yeah, so Junpei is really different in this game. June also seems slightly different. They don't seem as happy with each other as they were before. Also, their designs are really different. Junpei's hair was brown with brown eyes, and I think June's was also brown with brown eyes, so this is kind of weird. I don't know, man. It's been a year at least since I've played this game. Probably longer since I played the previous game, so most details are iffy for me.
Why is Zero doing this?
To make us play a game, right?
Oh, okay.
This decision game or whatever.
With the fate of mankind on the line.
They did say something
So
about
it's
that in
true.
the previous game.
Do you know something, Akane?
I think if we end up losing this game, we're all going to die. 6 billion people will.
So what Sigma said back then up in DCOM was...
At this rate, 6 billion people will die.
Yeah, see, he knows something. Because he is the old
Yes.
Sigma.
What Sigma said is the truth. Have you ever heard of the term reverie syndrome? What causes it is unknown. Neither the nerves nor the brain have abnormalities. But somehow, this disease causes you to stop reacting to a variety of stimuli. I've heard there are people from all over the world who have become affected by this.
Hey, hold up. How does this and what we were talking about before go together?
Shouldn't you know already?
Huh?
A crisis. Mankind is currently facing what is clearly an unprecedented crisis. Those affected are sensing it's coming.
I don't actually remember
Reverie
what
syndrome.
destroyed the
You've
world
heard of it?
previously.
Yeah, kinda.
If I'm not mistaken, referee syndrome was the disease that made you kill yourself or kill others, right? Where you went into sort of daze and started becoming really violent. What is your relationship?
Akane Kurashiki. Junpei Tenmyoji.
Oh yeah, it's Junpei
You're both
Tenmyoji.
Japanese, right?
Yes?
And you both lived in Japan when you were kids. You even went to the same school.
How does he
So
know
you're
all
childhood
this?
friends.
Who told you that?
Sigma.
What?
He mentioned it back in DCOM. We all lived in close quarters in that facility for 5 days. Information spreads fast.
How?
So,
I'm feeling
whose
like I'm
idea
missing
was it for you to
something.
join?
Huh?
The decom experiment. You two signed up together, right?
No, we didn't. We did this on our own.
Wait, you're telling me you guys just happened to bump into each other at decom?
It wasn't a coincidence. It was inevitable. Why did you subject yourself to this circus?
I didn't mention it before? Well, I kinda really need a lot of cash. They said they'd give us $500,000 if we joined up.
Huh. Color me surprised. Thought a hero of justice had no need of money.
A what?
Didn't you say you're a firefighter?
That doesn't
a really
mean him.
good one. You faced off against danger and saved a whole bunch of people. Sounds like a hero to me.
Ugh.
I just have good instincts. Doesn't seem to matter where I find myself. They're pretty good at telling me which path has death at the end.
Alrighty then. So they all have some previous history with each other. We should probably try and do some puzzles, right? Guys?
Over there.
We had 90 minutes. It's... Oh, doggo!
Where did you come from?
Hey, doggy. Love you too, doggy boy.
Looks like you made it here using this vent.
Does that mean it's connected to the surface?
I don't think so. A vent to the surface would defeat the purpose of a bomb shelter.
So he came from another ward then?
It's too dark, I can't see anything. But Ward Q is down that direction, right? Think you can fit in there, Akane?
No, there's no way.
Someone likes cake too much.
Okay, not
Oh,
the time.
I know. Let's cut off Junpei's arm. He should be able to fit through then.
Hey! Mira! Eric!
No answer, huh?
Well, at least we have
Hey,
a doggo
Gab.
with us.
Did they steal you away from decom too?
But why the dog?
Maybe they felt bad about leaving him alone up there?
Baloney. You really think Zero'd do us any favors?
It's
Hold
one thing
on.
to kill a bunch of people, but the
think I got
dog,
an
that's a
idea
bit
that
too
will
far,
work.
man.
This case. It holds medication, doesn't it?
Does it?
Uh-huh. It's empty.
Did that bastard Zero take the meds?
I still think this could work. We can use it. Wait a sec.
A beer coaster and a pen.
I found them on the counter of the bar.
There's something written on it.
Oh, I did that.
Hello, Carlos here. C-Team is voting for D-Team. So D-Team should vote for Q-Team, and Q-Team for C-Team.
Oh! You're going to put it in the case and have Gab go through the vent.
Cross your fingers he can get to Q-Team.
You really think it'll be that simple?
So we shouldn't?
Well, I guess we don't have anything to lose. Why don't we give it a shot?
I'm not actually sure how this game would work, because if one
What
team
did you
dies
throw?
first, then the other two
Cheese.
teams...
Picked it up with the coaster. Was over there on the counter.
Why don't we just toss in some ketchup and pickles too? Maybe next time he comes back, he'll be a hot dog. It was a joke.
Five minutes left.
Gab's not come back.
Let's just vote, Carlos. Like I said, if we forfeit,
I know!
hey, there's one thing we can do.
What is it?
You remember what you wrote on the Gab letter?
The what?
The message we sent the furry pigeon to deliver? C-Team is voting for D-Team, so D-Team should vote for Q-Team and Q-Team for C-Team.
Yeah? So what?
So, vote for Q Team instead.
What? Junpei, you can't be suggesting... If we do that, they'll end up with 2 votes and...
Yep, Q Team will be out. Granted, this whole thing is assuming our initial plan works. The note makes it to D Team, and Diana votes the way we want her to. Think about it for a second. 6 people have to die or we're never getting out of this bomb shelter. Those are the rules of the decision game according to Zero. Balancing the votes won't do us any good. We'll just end up falsely prolonging someone's death.
Junpei...
The deadline to vote is in 3 minutes.
Come on, Carlos, vote for Q Team.
No, you can't!
Okay, so I don't get that, because if we vote for Q Team, right, then D Team will never trust us ever again. So at that point we'll just keep voting for each other and we're in the same situation except for the fact that we killed a kid. That just doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm gonna go vote for D Team. If it was that only one team had to die, I could see Junpei's point, but this seems just dumb for the sake of being dumb. Like, there's no point in actually voting for Q Team except for maybe hoping that we won't die.
I was worried you weren't going to do it, Carlos.
You'll see, Akane. Just because we did what we said we would doesn't mean this will work. Hell, we don't even know if our note reached the other teams or not. And even if it did, there's no guarantee they did what we asked. 2 possibilities will come out of this. The 3 members of D Team will die.
Or it's our heads on the chopping block.
90 minutes have passed. Your time limit has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying.
Agreed, except for the fact that the next stage will not be...
Into the 3 of you. When you next wake, those who survived will be able to regret the decision they made. As all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered. Pleasant dreams.
Alrighty then. Agreed, except for the fact that the next stage might not be voting. Maybe I just feel like it's dumb. Okay. I'm just gonna quickly look at the flowchart here. Wait, what? This is a puzzle game, right? Is this just a full visual novel, or... Is this just straight up a full visual novel, or what? Well... Interesting. Okay, interesting. I guess we'll just go back to the flowchart and make the different decision as well. That will be interesting if this is actually just a straight up visual novel, not a puzzle game. That would be something. I'm not really sure if that would be a good streaming game though.
5 minutes left.
I don't think I'm entertaining enough to make a visual novel better.
Let's just vote, Carlos. Like I said, if we forfeit...
I know!
Hey, there's... CT...
Yeah.
So... Yep, Grant. Come on.
Yeah, no, there will be some of the flowchart that is hidden. It's just surprising to me that we haven't had a puzzle yet. I expected there to be a puzzle before we got to the next game, I guess. But maybe the next game will only happen when we made all the decisions here?
Your vote has been accepted.
Carlos, why?
Because the chart made me... The chart made me... Who... That's why I don't like these type of decisions, because it just doesn't make any sense for me to make them.
Has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, The team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the 3 of you. When you next wake, those who survived will be able to regret the decision they made, as all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered.
Alright, so that didn't change.
Pleasant
I was wondering if maybe what he said would change depending on who we voted for, but it seems that that's not the case. Completed, all sections cleared. Okay. Does that mean we'll unlock something else or no? Alright, interesting. So we do actually have to go through all of these. Alright. Seems that this is gonna be mainly a story stream. I don't mind overall, but still. Didn't expect this. Alright, can I go over here? No. Alright. Let's go to Team Q. Alright. I'm not really sure if it's entirely a smart idea to start a puzzle game this way. I guess it's not been that long, and what the hell? Quantum Computer Dome. Alright, that seems a bit futuristic. Bathroom. Okay, there are puzzles there. You could see that door was clearly puzzle. The other games...
This is weird. There should be another room around here somewhere.
Let me see it. Hey!
Shut up!
Jesus, you're an asshole.
He's got the right to see it too.
Mira.
Thank you.
It's pretty pointless to hang out here kicking our heels. Let's go back to the lounge.
What is this?
Let's inhibit the virus. Maybe someone's gonna remove or control some kind of virus.
Virus? What virus?
Yeah, this team should have the least amount of information out of all of them.
About the vote? What will we do?
Don't ask me.
But if we don't do it, doesn't that mean we'll die?
Yeah. Even if C team voted for D team, and D team did the reverse, if we refuse, then we get 2 votes against us automatically.
And Q team would be killed.
I suppose that's true if this game is for real.
So you're saying it's a joke?
Don't you think that would make a whole lot more sense? The DCOM staff will probably pop through that door over there yelling surprise.
Oh, I get it! You're right. Then him being here makes sense now. I bet that means you're part of the whole surprise.
No!
Come on. Take off that helmet.
I can't.
Huh?
I said I can't take it off.
Damn, brat. Stop bullshitting me.
Okay, you're an asshole.
Stop! Stop!
Seriously, what's your
You'll
problem?
break my neck!
Kinda want that guy to die now.
It's really on there.
Wait. I see something on the side of this thing.
Oh, password.
Isn't it a password input?
Does that mean the helmet comes off with the right numbers?
Or maybe his head'll explode.
Hey!
So we're all
Really?
assholes.
Who are you?
Maybe he's patient 0 for
I
that
don't
virus.
know. I don't remember. I woke up and I was here.
Are you saying you have amnesia?
Maybe.
I don't think drinking in this situation is the best move, buddy.
Could I ask you something?
What?
Yeah, so this team does have the least amount of information overall, right? Maybe these other two do actually have some sort of insight into Zero, but from what I'm seeing, this is the only team without any previous characters from previous games, unless Q is actually Quark, but I doubt that. I'm just trying to figure it out. But yeah, it's kind of interesting how they're starting the game here, as if I remember correctly, the previous games all started with a puzzle at the beginning, right? At least the second game did it that way. I feel like that's a better option, mainly because it will immediately get the player invested.
I was wondering, who is Zero?
Oh, come on! Stop playing! You know everything, don't you?
I told you, I don't...
So you're gonna stick with the idea that this isn't some big surprise?
I don't know. I don't remember anything.
If this isn't a joke, then things are really serious.
Then you're saying one of the teams is actually going to be executed? But why would someone do that?
Zero said, it's a game.
So then he's a psychopath. This Zero guy's probably off somewhere enjoying seeing us freak out.
He could be that serial killer in the news.
That's that Heart Ripper, yeah?
Heart Ripper?
Rumor is they killed 18 people, all in the past few years.
March 15th, 2026. The body of a young female was found in a park in Roseville.
I don't remember the Heart Ripper from the
victim's name
previous
was Virginia
games.
Bailey, age 28.
Okay.
The chest was ripped open and the heart entirely removed. It happened again on May 22nd, 2026.
Kate, you're not making
The body of a male
yourself less
was found
suspicious.
in a trash can near a residence in Sacramento. The victim's name was Jeffrey Foray, age 37. His body was just like Virginia's, with the heart completely gouged out. 2 months later, on July 29th...
Hey, wait a minute. Don't you have amnesia or something?
Why do you know all this?
I don't know. I don't know why, but I knew.
You gotta be kidding me.
Alright, that's eerie. Maybe this guy is actually that detective. I feel like that detective in the second game was older than, let's be generous and say, 50-something. But, maybe he was stressed his entire life. Where are we?
I was wondering, where are we?
Weren't you listening to Zero earlier? We're 50 meters underground in a bomb shelter.
I know that, but where exactly?
I doubt we're very far from DCOM.
DCOM?
Dwelling for the cohabitation of Mars.
So, it's an experiment to see if we could survive on Mars?
Uh-huh. We all lived together in that compound for 5 days.
C-Team and D-Team were there too.
Oh, and there was a dog.
Yeah, doggo.
He was incredibly old. I think his name was Gab.
But not you. You weren't there. It's very suspicious.
Oh, what were they testing for?
Psychological data, mostly. It was a closed environment for a group of people for an extended period of time. So how would that mess with the subjects mentally? That was what they were trying to investigate.
What made you sign up?
Tough
Old
question.
detective, do you mean Timoji?
It seemed
Yeah.
like it'd be kind of fun, I guess.
Timoji,
Eric?
yeah.
I joined because Mira wanted to.
That's it.
Well, maybe not entirely.
So basically, you have a giant crush on her and will do everything you can to make her happy. I believe there's a word for people like you, but I refuse to say it.
Mira, Eric, what's going on between you two?
Going on, well...
Are you in love?
Idiot! No, we're not.
We're not?
Well, we're not, but... Wait, what?
Okay, so there's more going on between those two, apparently. Either she's stringing him along or something else. And they also have
I've been
those
trying to figure
boxes.
something out for a while. What is this thing?
Maybe it's a gift from Zero.
So what, you think there's assorted teas inside?
Gifts don't have to be a good thing, do they? Hey, what the hell? Stop! What if it's some kind of bomb?
A bomb? I don't think it is. Oh, something's on the back. I think this is upside down. So this would be the front.
Force quit box?
Guess it stopped something.
Look, there's also a keyboard.
Looks like you're supposed to input a code of some kind.
And if we get it right?
Then something will be forced to end?
But what?
Maybe... your life.
What was that sound?
Oh, there's Dab.
It came from that way.
Or Gab.
Let's go!
I don't actually remember the dog's name. Hey,
Gab?
little... Yay, Gab.
How did you...
You came through the vent. It's too dark. I can't see anything.
Why don't you go in?
I can't.
Just do it, will ya?
See?
You didn't have this stupid thing on your head.
I don't think he would have fit regardless. He seems a bit too big for it.
There's something inside the case.
Is that a coaster? Oh, there's something on it. Hello, Carlos here. C Team is voting for D Team. So D Team should vote for Q Team, and Q Team for C Team.
What does this mean?
Don't you get it? They're saying to spread the votes.
Huh? Spread?
I get it. If each team ends up with 1 vote each.
The whole thing is a tie, and no team will be executed.
Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, now we have a plan. Let's do it.
But wait.
Why should we wait?
Well, what if this message hasn't been delivered to D Team yet?
You're right. The position of this vent does imply it only connects towards C. I doubt Gab's made his way toward D yet.
We need to figure out how to notify D Team then.
Hold on a sec. I'll get a pen and cheese. There was some at the bar.
Okay,
right?
I know this is just a game, but just to
And
point
cheese?
out, a dog shouldn't be eating cheese. Cheese is really bad for a dog. This is pretty fucked up.
That should do it.
What exactly are you doing?
You shouldn't be feeding a dog cheese, basically. Just saying.
Oh, I get it. If Ward C and Ward Q have connected vents,
Then Q and D are probably connected as well.
Yep.
Yeah, cheese
We
is
just
bad
need
for
to get the
dogs.
cheese and...
You shouldn't be feeding cheese to dogs. If you only give dogs a nice treat, you should give
It's
them
all on
raw
you,
meat.
Gab.
Especially
Think it'll
beef.
work?
I'm sure it will.
It's actually something that when it comes to dogs you should be doing. You should give them just raw meat from time to time. Just,
5 minutes until the
what do
deadline.
you call them in English?
I wonder if Gab
What
made
do
it
you
to Ward
call
D or not.
food for dogs in
Even if you
English? I don't
did,
remember.
Who
Dog
knows if
bites?
Diana will vote the way it says in the note.
What? You think she'll betray us?
It's not outside the realm of possibility.
I don't know what it's called.
I don't
damn
even
it.
want to consider the alternative.
Which is?
That the whole letter from C Team is a trap.
Trap.
They could have written it, but maybe Carlos is planning to vote for Q Team instead.
Hey, wait a minute now. That's not good. At all.
You said it. If I'm right, then we need Diana to do the opposite of what it says.
What? But...
The deadline to vote is in 3 minutes.
The vote has to be decided by the leader, but...
What should we do?
We don't have time for a committee.
Then we'll just have to use force.
Hey, wait!
Why are you so up for hurting a kid? Seriously. Stop it. Yeah, so apparently if you feed dogs cheese, it can trigger pancreatitis, which is not good for dogs. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, normal dog food usually isn't enough for dogs to stay healthy. You do want to give them something like raw meat from time to time, because dog food doesn't have enough nutrients for them normally. Did we have to... Fuck, I don't remember if we had to pick C or D. Fuck me. We'll just go for C for now and then do D. We have to go through all of this anyway. But yeah, so if you have a dog, you might want to actually feed them some meat from time to time. Raw meat specifically. It's actually healthier to just let your dog eat with the family, if you think about it.
Following the note, huh?
I guess it's fine. It's not like it was a bad choice. Now we wait and see what
You're
exactly
way too
Carlos
relaxed
and
about
Diana
this.
do.
If this plan doesn't work, then there are two outcomes that could happen. Either the 3 and C team die.
Or we're the ones executed.
No, there's one more possibility.
Yeah?
It's a joke. Someone is definitely tricking us.
So it is you!
Oh, fuck off, dude. Stop making yourself so unlikable. Stop making me want to kill you.
Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the 3 of you. When you next wake, those who survived will be able to regret the decision they made, as all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered. Pleasant dreams.
Alright, let's go for the next choice. Oh, we should go to the flowchart for this. Then, there we go. Yes.
Five minutes until the deadline.
What?
It's not
Skipping, skipping, skipping,
What?
skipping, skipping, skipping. Skipping, skipping. I do appreciate that they make the skip button a lot clearer in this game than the previous one. From what I remember, it wasn't just always there. I feel like a dick whenever I choose the bad options. I know it's part of the game, but still feel like a dick.
The plot thickens.
Why would you? If Carlos voted for D team like he said he would in the note?
Maybe that was the result he was going for. He
Still a
wanted to
stupid
kill the 3
idea.
and D team.
No.
You said it earlier, right, Mira? The note Gab brought? It could have been a trap from C team.
Right. But that doesn't mean voting for D team can be justified. If it really was a trap, there still isn't a solid reason to go against what it says in the note. Because regardless, as long as Diana doesn't flip on us, we may be screwed anyway.
Mira?
There's no way we can justify it by saying we voted this way in self-defense.
You know, making me feel guilty about voting this way doesn't work when I'm basically forced to, right, game? Just saying.
Sleep well, as the
If you're
next
trying
game
to
will
make me
begin
feel
when you
guilty
awake.
about this, then it's not working.
Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the 3 of you. when you next wake, those who survived will be able to regret the decision they made, as all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered. Pleasant dreams.
Alright, there we go. Everything in this section is cleared. Now let's go for D team. This is the team I'm most interested in, mainly because you have two characters from the second game. Even though I do prefer the first game, funnily enough, but I feel like the Sigma and Phi have a bit more information about this whole situation. So this will be a bit more enlightening. Execution D.
When a curious hate oozes calamity.
So, a moment when hate becomes calamity, huh?
I wonder what that means.
Beats me. Maybe it's not supposed to have a meaning.
Huh?
It's an anagram. You reorganize the letters into
Oh, I
another
suck at
sentence.
those.
Why do you think it's an anagram?
I've seen something like this before.
Wait, does that mean you're...
In another place. Anyway, where's Sigma?
What are you looking at?
A box.
What kind of box?
Well, I'm looking into it because I don't know.
It looks like something's written on it.
Force quit box.
That's interesting.
I see a keyboard on it too.
Use this keyboard to input a password and force something to stop. Is that what this means?
What does it stop?
Well, the obvious answer would be the game Zero is making us play.
Then we should try it. I shouldn't have thought it would be that easy.
We need a hint.
Maybe it says something on the underside.
Nope. Won't budge.
Is it heavy?
Heavy doesn't even begin to cover it. I doubt it's made out of anything from Earth.
Well, you are getting up there, Sigma.
What are you saying? My body's still got it.
I'll just give it a try. You weren't lying.
See? I told you.
Okay, so that's strange because the boxes from the other two
This is
weren't
not
as
for
heavy, or at
War
least
II, right?
from
Looks like
the Q team. Like Quark was able to lift that box without a problem. So maybe there's something
And we
inside
can
of
go
that
wherever
box,
we
something
want,
heavy.
so long as it's within this ward?
Yes, that's what Zero said.
Interesting. So there are differences. Also, hilarious that Diana person was just blushing when Sigma was saying, "Yeah, my body still got it." Oh, what's this? Healing room? Why is there a piano in the healing room? I know music can have a healing effect. Transport room. Interesting. Ooh, manufacturing room. Trash disposal room. Locker
all right.
room.
We've checked all the rooms from top to bottom, but
You didn't find any exits?
Obviously. We are in a bomb shelter, after all. If there were several exits, it'd defeat the purpose it was built for.
so Zero told the truth.
Then opening the X door is the only way out. Mira! Eric! Can you hear me?
Carlos! Akane! Tenmyoji!
Ooh, he does
There's
call
no
him Ten
point.
Myoji. Interesting.
We wouldn't hear a drunk toga party at full volume on the other side.
I think we need 6 passwords to get this door to open, right?
Yeah, that X-Pass thing.
For every one person who dies, one password will be revealed.
Is that true, though?
Sigma, why don't you try dying once?
I politely but firmly refrain.
What about you, Diana?
Hey, no.
Figured.
May I ask you guys something?
What's up?
Alright, who is Zero?
Who do you think Zero is? Do you guys know who Zero is?
I don't think they actually
No,
knew who
haven't the
Zero
foggiest.
was.
But they called themselves Zero. At the very least, they know about what happened a year ago.
What are you...
There's one more thing for sure. Think about it. Why was Zero's speech to us pre-recorded? There's got to be a very big reason why things can't be in real time.
Because Zero is amongst us.
There are 2 possibilities.
That doesn't make any sense though, because he
They've
was there.
already bit the bullet. Or...
Zero is among us.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense because he was there at the beginning where everybody was in cages. Yeah, that was what he knew him as in the second game. That makes me think Sigma's back in his correct body. No, I think that... No, so... at the very end of the second game, it was told that while the past Sigma was in the future Sigma's body and doing the game in the second game, future Sigma was in the past Sigma's body doing this game. So this is future Sigma, like in past Sigma's body. I'm fairly sure that's how it went. They basically needed to have future Sigma be in past Sigma's body for this specific reason to save the world from something. I don't remember what it was though. But that's what I remember. Too bad I didn't put things on YouTube back then. Otherwise I could just have a quick look-see back. I guess I could technically watch someone else's Let's Play of the game if I really wanted to. Alright, I'll be back in a second though. Alright, I'm back. Wasn't past Sigma gonna be sent back at the end of the second game? I'm pretty sure not. And I feel like what we saw from Spy and Sigma's relationship, this is past future Sigma. But we'll figure that out when the games goes on, right? It's been a bit too long for me to remember the fine details of both the first and second game, so at this point I'm as much in the dark as most people.
Do you think someone will come help us?
Like who?
Maybe the DCOM experiment staff?
Sorry, but that's pretty unlikely. Remember? The staff stationed in DCOM can't communicate with us right now. The simulation is attempting to stay true to an actual Mars mission.
It's at least 6 months between Earth and Mars. In that time period, Earth will have rotated halfway around the sun. Which means...
By the time the spaceship reaches Mars, the Earth is behind it.
With With the star in the way, we can't send a signal.
That's the lead-up. We've been doing experiments for the past 5 days.
Transmissions will re-establish on December 31st at 23:30, which leaves us with more than 10 hours.
There's no point in hoping for a rescue to come before then.
Pretty sure the decom staff won't notice any problems until that time.
You guys are like siblings. You're totally in sync.
Right, so one thing that I did notice was that Phi said that she already seen an anagram before in a different place. So that means that this Phi is a Phi that already experienced the Notary game in the future. So does that mean that this Phi is also future Phi in past Phi's body? That could be the case. I do think there was some sort of plot point there, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember that entirely being the case, but it would be interesting if both of them are from the future. I might be wrong, but I think I remember that we figured out at the end of the second game that Old Sigma didn't succeed, thus Young Sigma was sent back. No, I think what happened was that Old Sigma was doing the entire game, but then... Okay, so I'm just gonna lay it out how I remember it. So, past Sigma was sent to the future to experience a Notary game so that he would gain some sort of information that would help him save the world in this Notary game. But future Sigma still needed to participate in the entirety of the Notary game, and only after most of it is done does future Sigma show up. Now, does past Sigma go back into... Fuck, why is this so difficult to explain with the past future? Okay, so past Sigma goes to the future, into his older body, to his future body. He experiences the entirety of the second game's Notary game, and then he gets sent back to his body again at the end of this Notary game, because he needed to gain information from the second game's Notary game for whatever reason to save the world in this Notary game. Holy shit, why is this so hard to explain with all the words? Damn it. Well, hopefully that explained it. I'm not gonna be able to explain it better.
This may be somewhat rude of me to say, but the way you talk, Sigma, is, a little unusual.
Forgive him. The age of his mind and his body are completely different.
See?
Oh, he mentioned that back at DCOM. That his consciousness had come back from
Wait, he actually told us?
74.
That's correct. That's why I know what will happen in the future. I must have spent the past 5 days warning all of you. If nothing changes, mankind will be destroyed. Akane, Phi, and I infiltrated DCOM to stop all that from happening.
Oh, Akane too, alright.
Phi? Is this true?
Well, would you believe me if I said that it was?
Then why are all of us trapped in this strange place? If you know the future, then you could have prevented this.
We had no idea what events went down inside the DCOM facility. Nor did we know anything about what's going to happen in this shelter.
Why did this have to happen to me? I should have never listened to Rebecca.
Rebecca?
She's the head nurse at the hospital where I worked.
Oh, right. You did say you were a nurse.
I joined the DCOM experiment because Rebecca suggested it to me. She told me that they were searching for a nurse willing to participate. Well, to be honest, there is another reason why I decided to join.
Yeah, so we do have a confirmation now that Sigma is future Sigma,
Why
past
is
Sigma's
Gab
body.
here?
I think he came through the vent.
See anything?
No, it's too dark.
You're up, Phi.
You want me to go in there? It's clearly impossible.
You sure?
I won't repeat myself. My boobs are D's.
Your pants are on fire.
Okay.
It's true.
It seems to me they've gotten a full size larger than the last time you told me.
It's been 45 years. Growing is natural.
You were just sleeping.
Could I interrupt?
I did not need to hear
What
that
is this?
conversation.
Is that a coaster?
Something's written on it. Hello, Carlos here. C-Team is voting for D-Team. So D-Team should vote for Q-Team and Q-Team for C-Team. And someone else wrote...
Q-Team, got it.
I get it. By spreading out the votes, they're suggesting we make it a tie.
Looks like Q-Team agreed.
Seems so.
I guess Gab passed through Ward C to Ward Q and ended up here. It'll work! Now none of the teams will have to die.
I wonder about that.
What?
The deadline to vote is in 3 minutes.
Damn, we don't have much time. We need to head over to the voting device.
What exactly did you mean earlier, Phi?
I'm saying it could be a lie.
Do you mean that Q-Team is planning to betray us?
No, I doubt it. If that's what they intended, they didn't have to send Gab. They'd only have to decide to vote for D-Team.
Then you mean...
There's a chance that C-Team will betray us. Maybe they're saying they'll vote for D-Team, but actually vote for Q-Team.
But why would they do that?
To make us choose Q-Team. If you think it's a good idea to spread out the votes, then your choice is easy, right? I'm just saying. It's a possibility.
The deadline to vote is in 1 minute.
What should I do?
The fact that Gab showed up means that we can assume Q-Team's voting for C-Team. So we have no choice but to choose Q-Team. Otherwise...
Our single vote could cause the death of all of C-Team.
Just that face. Those 3D models are pretty damn silly. Alright, let's vote for C-Team first.
Your vote has been accepted.
Yay.
Why, Diana? Why did you vote for C-Team?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
You panicked.
I have no idea why I voted for C-Team.
I did it because I forgot which one I had to vote
you
for, if I'm
talking
gonna be
about?
entirely
But
honest.
it's true. Please believe me.
Was that actually the right answer to give?
90 minutes have passed. Your time
Yeah,
has ended.
doesn't really matter. It's not like we're
Sitting
continuing
well
with this route
as the
immediately
next
anyway.
game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will
It feels
be
kind of weird if I'm gonna be honest. Like, this choice doesn't really matter if we're forced to make all the choices before we can, keep going with a route, right? Like, what's the point at that point to give you a choice?
will not be injected into the 3 of you. When you next wake, those who survived will be able to regret the decision they made.
I'm not really sure
As all
what
members
this
of a
game is
single
going
team will
for.
perish as a
I'm not
result of
judging just yet, but I feel like it would have been better if you were able to just go down a specific route at least a bit further than this. Really see the consequences of your choice before you have to make another one. Alright, last one. Oh! Oh, now we can go further. Alright. What's this? All teams survive. Ah, interesting. Interesting. Well, now we see the entire damn... whatever this is. Wow, well... I'm assuming that we aren't seeing the entire flowchart just yet, as otherwise it's a little noticeable to see which routes are the ones that you would want to pick, right? You're not gonna make the choice to go from to pick this route over this route because clearly this is one of the ending routes. Damn though, that's a lot of puzzle games. Yeah, let's make the final choice. Oh. Interesting. Does the first choice not matter then? It seems like every choice leads to the same conclusion. Interesting. Or at least to the same 4 conclusions. Interesting. Huh. Well, let's make the other choice too. Maybe that's why they didn't bother allowing you to...
What exactly did you mean earlier, Phi?
I'm saying it could be a lie.
Do you mean that Q Team is planning to betray us?
No, I doubt it. If that's what they intended, they didn't have to send Gab. If you...
Alright, so what I'm thinking is happening is that either we needed to make a choice with all the teams, so let's say that I went, okay, I made the choice with C team, now I'm gonna make a choice with Q team, and okay, now I'm gonna make a choice with D team. That at that point the route would open up because every team needed to have made a choice, or I specifically had to use D team to pick C team, but I think that is a little less likely, so I'm guessing that I had to make a choice with each team, because I find it weird if you had to pick each choice except for the final choice for D team. That doesn't make any sense to me. So what I'm guessing is that regardless of what we choose, the other teams will have chosen in a way so that everybody gets one vote. I think that's what's gonna happen. But no, we could progress. Like, look, menu, flowchart, we can... Global flowchart. Like, we could progress, right? Or... I think we can only progress after we've done the final one, maybe, then. But I'm just saying that that's what I think is gonna happen. That regardless of what we pick, the votes will become 1-1-1. Alright, I think last time we picked C team, so now we'll do Q team. I do feel like picking C team is the right choice because of what Diana said, where she said, yeah, for whatever reason I decided to pick C team. It might be something with the morphogenic field or some other timey-wimey bullshit. I'll be honest, I still don't understand most of it.
It'll be okay?
So long as Gab's note was the truth.
All we could do was trust them.
I suppose.
90 minutes have passed. Your time limit has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into...
Okay, so I could also see the reason why we're forced to go through all the teams before we can continue is to make the player realize that sometimes you have to jump to a different team or a different timeline to progress in the story. That the player doesn't get stumped if, let's say, they go through one timeline and they're not able to entirely finish it. That they think, oh wait, what am I supposed to do? And that they'll quit the game. This is to teach them, hey, you can jump to a different timeline if you're stuck with something. I think that might be it.
Hey,
and we're continuing with the story. Yeah, okay, so we had to do everything before we could actually continue.
Where are we?
Also, that's a collar, a bomb collar.
This is the pod room.
Damn it! It's no use!
Damn, this is
It's
really
locked,
getting
it won't
soggy.
What's with this collar?
I don't know. It was on my neck when
Are they dying? Shit, are they dying?
Brat! It has to be you!
It's not. Eric, stop.
Then tell us how to get this thing off!
I don't.
A door. Maybe it's...
Is this another exit?
And now for the voting results.
What's happening?
The team who received 2 votes is you, Q-Team.
Okay.
As such, according to the
Interesting.
Q-Team will be executed.
What are you saying?
This is a joke, right?
So it was a trap set up by C-Team.
The world is full of possibilities. You have caused one of them to become realized. That's all it is.
What the heck? What is this?
Take it off! I said take it off!
Right, this is
Open, damn it!
this is something.
May you rest in peace. Morscanda Origata.
I don't know what that means. It sounds Latin. Oof. I wonder if you always kill Q-Team first, or if it depends on what order you do all the choices. Okay, interesting. Wait, so now can we continue, or what's... We can't go here. Am I supposed to do all the endings in a different order now? I guess we'll do it like this. I'm just guessing at this point, by the way. I'm guessing that depending on which one we do last, the ending will change.
Why, Diana? Why did you...
What? But it's true.
Just gonna skip all this. Do we get the different ending? No, this is Q-Team.
Hey, Mira.
But
wake up.
we voted for C-Team this time.
Where? What's...
But we voted for C-Team.
Such, according to the rules, Q-Team will be executed.
This is a...
But we voted for C-Team this time. What? Do I have to go through the entire bit again? Do I actually have to make the choice, maybe? Instead of going through the point where you choose?
If
Seems kinda... Alright, well, let's choose C right now, see if that changes anything. Guessing that you actually have to make the choice instead of just looking at the cutscenes for making the choice.
what? But it...
Skipping. Are we getting... Oh. Oh, maybe we have... Okay, so what I'm guessing is that we actually have to go through all the team's deaths to continue. We have to see all those options. Because you have here, all teams are 5. Q-Team gets executed and so on. So that's probably what we have to do. Alright, then we'll just go over each one and see if we can get the different ending. Interesting. Maybe this is how it works. You can only go through, so...
5 minutes until...
What?
It's not
Don't care, don't care, don't care. Alright. So... What I'm guessing is how this game will play out is that we'll have to get specific outcomes to continue with all the routes. So instead of having it so that you can play through one entire route and then move on to the next route, you'll be forced to stop at certain points in each route and get specific results, and then afterwards you can continue past the point where you were forcefully stopped. I think that's how this game is gonna play out. Interesting. Alright, so I think we were supposed to vote for D team to get the other ending, so we're gonna go for C team now? We were supposed to vote for D team, so now we have to vote for C team.
Your vote.
Following the note,
Now,
either
Oh shit, no, I picked the wrong choice. I wasn't paying attention. Pretty fucked up though. Oh wait, no, different choice. What? Wait, how does that... I am slightly confused. I am absolutely slightly confused.
Hey, Akane! Akane!
Carlos,
I guess what
Hey,
the teams
what the
choose
hell
isn't
is this?
static.
it's no use. It won't come off.
And now for the voting results. The team who received 2 votes is you, C team. As such, according to the rules, C team will be executed.
Screw this!
How could this happen?
It's Diana! That bitch betrayed us!
All is necessary for fate. Give it up.
Damn it! Damn it! There's no way I'm dying here!
Please don't. Please.
I would feel bad for you, June, but you technically did something similar to people, so... Oh, hey, that's a different one. He's saying something different. Interesting. God, look at those fucking faces! Oh, that's so silly. But yeah, he's saying something different in Latin. I'm sure that I could figure something out if I was willing to actually look up what they're saying in Latin. I might. Alright. So now let's go to C team and pick something else. There we go. Yes. I'm wondering how Sigma and Phi will react to being the ones that die. I feel like maybe they'll actually be fairly calm.
5 minutes left. Like
Because they know what's actually going on a bit more than everybody else.
Come on.
Alright, so... we want to pick... Yeah, that would actually be appreciated, thank you. We can figure this out together. Alright. Let's see what we get.
Just
Alright. Let's see what happens. Oh, wrong one. I picked the wrong one. Flowchart. So we need to pick Q team then.
Like I know. Hey. Yeah, sit. Come on.
Still don't think it makes sense to kill another team at this point.
Smart.
Okay, what? How? Do I have to make a different choice with the others first? Okay, so... So, let's see, we need to vote for... Yeah. Okay, so we need to vote for D team on with both Q team and... With both Q team and C team, I'm guessing. It isn't just that I have to vote with one. Alright, good to know. I thought I just had to vote with one team to change...
5 minutes left.
To change...
Gab's
how do
not
I say
come
this?
Like I. Hey.
Okay.
Yep, right.
June.
Come on.
It's a bit hard to talk when, like, the game is talking. But so, what I thought was gonna happen is that if I pick D team with them, then it would also change who gets picked with who the other teams pick. But it seems that it actually will work. It will work in that whoever I pick with the other teams last will be what they actually pick. What they will actually pick when I'm not picking for them. Which is interesting. It means that I can actually pick what outcomes will happen instead of with the previous game where, depending on what I would pick, the other players would actually change what they would pick. I thought it would work the same way, where if I pick D with C team, then that would make the other teams pick something, but it wouldn't depend on what I picked with the other teams before. God, this is really hard to explain. I guess that's 999 for you. They do always have their confusing ass games.
Just because we did...
They have been confusing ass games. Especially since they all want to have some sort of connection with each other. Alright, we picked D team with C team, so now we can go to Q team and pick D team, and we should get the final ending. Yes.
What?
Alright, don't care. Alright, let's pick D team. Interesting though. I kinda like that this is how it works. If I'm actually right. If D team gets killed now, then that means I am actually right. But I do actually like if that's how it works. Gives the player a bit more choice in how things work. I wonder what the whole point is that the game wants to
Diana?
tell us. Okay, yeah, I was right. You know, it would have probably been kinder not to wake her up.
Fi, where are we?
I think it's the healing room.
Hey! Open this door!
What is this color?
No idea. Zero must have put them on us. But
Let's take them off.
we can't. There's no hole for a key.
But there must be a way.
And now for the voting results. The team who received 2 votes is you, D-Team. As such, according to the rules, D-Team will be executed.
No!
Damn it!
Why? What's Q Team thinking? If they were going to choose us, then there was no point in sending Gab.
That's true, but
There has to be a trick to this game. Something nonsensical. Illogical, maybe.
You're trying hard. Who was it who decided to kill all of you? In a way, they are the true culprits.
Are you talking about me?
Stop
I guess
talking
technically it was me.
Zero! You won't get away with this! I swear I'll...
Sigma, let's jump.
What?
May you rest in peace. Polita acta est fabula.
Polita acta est fabula. Alright, let's see. Q team's execution, Decina, Fata, Dame, Fletchy, Seratera. Okay. Okay, interesting. Alright, I'm just gonna copy this so that I can look it up later. Alright, let's see if we can actually continue with the flowchart now that we got every ending. Just getting my Google Doc if my PC actually decides to work properly. Alright, there we go. I can look that up after I'm done streaming and then maybe have some theories about what's going on for this game on the next stream where I'm playing 999. Or I guess technically Zero Escape. Alright, let's see. Alright, can I continue? Aha. What do I? Oh, hold up. Maybe I do actually have to press on which team I wish to continue with to advance the story instead of getting everything. That might have been the case. Ah, there we go. So, okay, interesting. So we have a bunch of new choices. Oh, so we can actually just go one route. It's just that, okay. So we can actually go one route now. We just opened up all the routes that we can take. That makes way more sense. Okay. Does it actually tell me which route is which, or? Interesting. Holy shit. Well, June is going crazy in this route. Interesting, though. Interesting. Alright, well, we're figuring stuff out. That is good. Alright, well, it's almost been 2 hours. It's kind of weird that we didn't get any puzzles, but I guess when you just start the game, that's how it's gonna go. Also, we did actually do all the routes here. Well, not all the routes. We basically filled in the entire chart here, which was maybe not supposed to happen. I don't know. But yeah, next time we'll hopefully get a puzzle and yada yada. Alright, well, that's about it for me. I hope you enjoyed. I did. Seems like this is an interesting game. So, I'll talk to you guys later.